All right, the winter season is on, and since I'm not able to be outdoors gardening, I am going to take the time to do a little bit of gardening indoors. And as you can see, I have some soil right here. I did mix this in. This is some old soil that I grew in last year. And so in order for me to revamp that soil, I used some of my aged chicken compost and also some broken down wood chips from the backyard to enhance this soil and make it better to grow in. Now I have an aloe vera plant here that did put out some pups that I'm gonna remove right here. As you can see, I have a big one right here, and this is another small one. This is a mother plant right here, so I'm gonna delicately remove these plants without really damaging the root, especially on that smaller aloe vera plant. Let me just remove these right here. These are some leaf of life that I'm rooting here, and they've already rooted. I have to pot those at some point. So even though it's January and it's bitterly cold outside, I can still be indoors doing a little bit of gardening while I patiently await the spring season to come around, where I can actually be outside a lot more doing what I love. Now this can be a bit tricky, so I'm just gonna feel around in here just to make sure I can detach the root system a little bit before I go digging in there. I have a little knife here that I'm gonna try to pry out some of the roots there, because I want to make sure I get a good amount of root system together with that plant. And I can feel the roots way over here, so I'm just gonna lift it up a little bit. There we go, see that? There are some really good roots in here, so that'll be good for the survivability of these plants once I remove them for transplanting. So here I am gently tugging on the plant, making sure I get a grasp of the entire root system at the bottom here, which is coming off the main plant. Look at all that root that's lifting up from way in there. And I just got to be careful with this tiny one here, because I want to make sure I'm able to remove the smaller plant with a good amount of roots on it. And this is a mother plant right here, which I'm going to be harvesting some of these leaves so I can use them. And here it is, first plant out. Look at the beautiful root system on this. And I'm trying to be extremely careful with the smaller plant, because it's so tender and it's so delicate, and I want to make sure that I get, there we go, really nice root system on this also. So I'm excited to pot this, and this is where I place them in this big planter here. There's enough room for both plants in here because they're still fairly young. This one here is a little bit smaller, this one's bigger, and there's enough room on the side so that they can spread and grow just like this one is in this planter. And the leaves here are ready to be used. I have a few more plants that I got from the one original plant that I had. So I will continue to have an abundance of aloe vera that I can use and enjoy all of its health benefits. And as you can see, it's very easy to grow indoors. But just be mindful of overwatering it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.